These perks are dead. Now, a lot of perks that were here in Warzone 1 aren't here anymore. And the new perks, there has been a lot of balancing in the game with perks, all the new updates. And I'm going to show you all the perks that you should use for Verdansk and Rebirth, and the perks that you shouldn't even touch anymore because they don't even make any sense. Some perks, it's like a rock, paper, scissors type of thing where they kind of force you to use either or because they're so OP. But I jump straight into the video. So there are a number of perk packages that they brought into the game. In Warzone 1, we had double time, we had fast hands, all those stuffs. But now in the new Warzone, we have different types of perks. Low profile, I don't think anyone is crouching and proning that much in the game. So this perk is really a no-no. I don't even see anyone really using it. Unless you're like a camper that sits in a corner with a riot shield and stuff. But no, don't use this perk. Now, veteran. Recently, I've been using this perk in some cases when it comes on to rank play, but that was just me at one point because everyone was using gas grenades and shock charges. We've seen Aiden drop 70 something kills, a world record kills with Mutex using shock charges, bro. So I didn't want to get shocked, bro. So this is a good perk to use depending on the type of gameplay that you're going for. But I don't really use that. This is not the meta perk right now, but you can use this if you're a player that plays slow. You're a strategic player that doesn't want anyone to gas grenade you or flash you. If it annoys you, I know it annoys me, but yeah, that's veteran. Now reflexes. Now with reflexes, this is a good perk to use because you sprint past the various traps or grenades like the one that they have now in the game. It has a delay, and yes, it says you have an audible warning, but with the audio being so trash in the game, trust me, the audio part of it, I don't see it making any sense because the audio is so bad in the game, bro. How many times are you playing and there's just people walking right behind you and you don't even hear them in the game? That's something that still needs to be fixed in the game right now. So I don't really recommend using reflexes anymore because, hey, it doesn't make any sense to me. No, this is a perk that I've seen some persons use, but personally, I wouldn't use it right now. Some persons like to see the trajectory of the grenade and where they're going. If you're a player that snipes or a player that likes to throw nades all the time, then you want to hit your nades. If you don't have good judgment, then you can use Grenadier. It slows down the enemy health when and movement when you throw these explosives, so or use these explosives with Grenadier. So it's that type of player, bro. I'm not that type of player, so I won't use this. And it didn't get a buff, but it's okay. Now for Mountaineer, many persons think that Mountaineer is still good. Mountaineer is not good, bro. It's not good anymore. So you take less fall damage, yes, but this kind of got a bit nerfed, I believe, and because of the balancing of the game. So Mountaineer probably works in Resurgence. I use it on Resurgence and it didn't really work for me. Mountaineer isn't really OP anymore, bro. So especially in Verdansk, bro, don't even try to use Mountaineer, bro. Don't even. Now for Scavenger, Scavenger is the perk that I believe that you should use right now, given the state of the loot in the game right now. Because, bro, you try to open crates and boxes and there's no money, bro. There's nothing. So with Scavenger perk, you get maximum ammo for your primary weapons. You resupply ammo and plates from and get 1,500, I believe, on every enemy that you kill. So you need that perk. And you get maximum primary ammunition from getting your loadout, bro. You start with maximum ammo and you get maximum ammo with your loadout, and you get 1,500 cash when you kill an enemy and plates, bro. So Scavenger is the way to go for me, especially with Verdansk right now, and the loot situation is so terrible, bro. So use Scavenger. If you're not using Scavenger, then I'm saying Survivor is a good perk to use for Resurgence though. You're a very fast-paced player and you just want to down someone and move. Um, you get revived very quickly when you're down. I believe it's like 2.5 or 3 seconds. This says 3 seconds, but it looks very quick, especially when your other teammate has Survivor as well. So Survivor is a good perk to use. Between it and Scavenger, I believe that's the only two perk packages you should be using for perk package 1. Depending on if you like Grenadier, Veteran, or Mountaineer. But these, so Scavenger is definitely number 1 for perk 1. Definitely, it's a S-class tier right now for perk 1. Now moving on to perk 2. Reactive armor, they just added this a few weeks ago. So it says your armor will generate up to 50% of its maximum if you have not taken damage in the last 5 seconds. So if you have, so with the, I think they purposely did this with the loot being so trash. They want you to use the new perks in Warzone. So everywhere you go, bro, you're trying to get perks. And I believe this perk is going to be up there in a few. Nah, not really. Because you have different perks in perk package 2 right now, even though the plate situation and the loot situation in Warzone is so terrible, bro. But on reactive armor, no one is really using this, so I won't recommend this. So Quartermaster recharge equipment over time, 50 seconds. No one really uses Quartermaster unless you're like playing like a very slow paced game. Like remember that guy, It's Iron, that just stayed on the building sniping, bro. So unless you're doing something like that and you're just camping all game, then you'll use Quartermaster. Bomb Squad, it reduces incoming explosive and fire damage, and you spot enemy equipments and score streaks through the wall. No one is really using this because of reflexes and other perks. But in perk package 2, this is not the main perk to use, so don't even use this perk. I don't think anyone really even uses perk. Now Tracker. Now this is the #1 perk right now, I believe, in Warzone. Remember that thing I said with the rock paper scissors thing? So Tracker and the number of perks right now, Sprinter, Cold Blooded, and Quick Fix, those are the perks right now that everybody wants to use. So if you're a person that likes to hit your shots and want all your teammates right now in Verdansk with all of the colors and stuff like that, if you want them to see the enemies that you're shooting or you're targeting, then Tracker is the way to go. It's OP, bro. I believe it's overpowered. So Tracker, I believe, is the next best perk that you should be using in Warzone or in Verdansk. So use Tracker, bro. And one thing that persons don't really know about Tracker, that if an enemy downs you, immediately pings. When someone downs you, bro, it immediately pings the person that downed you. So your teammates will know where they are, so that they can't come and finish. Everyone likes to finish in this game for some reason, bro. I don't know why. But if they down you, bro, your teammates will see where they are so that they don't get the chance to finish you. And that's very good. The next perk is Sprinter. I see many persons use this in Resurgence at times because you can just sprint indefinitely across the game, especially on the small maps, to get away quickly. On Rebirth, you should be using your Tracker or Cobra or Quick Fix. Sprinter, you can use Sprinter on Rebirth, but on Verdansk, Sprinter might be good. I don't really use Sprinter because I use vehicles in the game to get around, or choppers or things like that. But Sprinter is OP, and when you have your knife, you get indefinite tactical sprint anyway. So R3 and you move. So Sprinter, I don't see using Sprinter is very effective for me personally. Now for Cold Blooded. Cold Blooded is very good. Now, this is the thing with Cold Blooded and Quick Fix. If you're using Cold Blooded, then you won't get pinged when someone else is using Tracker. So this is the thing. You have to sacrifice something, whether you want to see someone or whether you don't want someone to ping you. So that's the thing with Quick Fix, with Cold Blooded and Tracker, bro. So you're immune to Tracker marks, you're immune to the footprints, no scrambling effects, no trigger alertness, nothing, bro. So if you don't want anyone to ping you, then use Cold Blooded versus using Tracker, and it's OP as well, bro. Now Quick Fix. Quick fixes for those aggressive players. This is, I believe, quick fix. You should just use this for Rebirth, bro. For don't be using quick fix for Verdansk. Use this for, because by the time you get down, bro, it's over in Verdansk if you don't have tracker or you don't have cold-blooded, bro. So killing players or inserting armor plates immediately start your health regeneration. And you can insert armor plates one-handed, so you can have out your weapon and then you can still play it while your health is generating. This is for the aggressive players that want to play Resurgence all day, every day. Yeah, this is for them. So the best perk, the S-class tier perk that I believe you should be using for perk 2 is Tracker. Just use Tracker or Cold-Blooded. Now for perk 3, this is self-explanatory for perk 3. Perk 3 doesn't have a lot of S-class tier perks. The only thing you will be really using for perk 3 is either Ghost or Tempered. Don't be using Gun-Ho. This doesn't really, no one really using Gun-Ho. You can use Resolute because it provides you with a boost, a short boost of movement speed when you're getting fired at or when you get shot. But most persons use Ghost because you don't want anyone to see you on the minimap after popping UAVs. And when they pop a advanced UAV, they only see a small red dot. They don't see the directional marker for them on the game. So Ghost is good. Bird's Eye, honestly, I don't see persons using Bird Eye that much. But yeah, I don't even want to go over Bird Eye. So for Tempered, everyone knows that Tempered gives you 2 armor plates instead of 3. And this is very good if you're an aggressive player and you don't want to use Ghost, and you just, with the armor plate situation in Verdansk right now, with the perk situation where you can't get any armor plates, bro. I don't know why the loot system is so terrible in the game right now. The loot system is so terrible in the game right now, bro. So Ghost and Tempered is the only perks in perk 3 package that I think you should be using. So for me, as you can see in the right of the screen, the perk packages that I use Scavenger, Tracker, and Ghost. You can substitute Ghost for Tempered. You can substitute Tracker for Cold-Blooded or Quick Fix, and you can substitute Scavenger for Survivor. Those are the only perks that you should use. Every other perk is dead. If you like this video, if this video helped, then please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.